Someone is extremely jealous. You are chosen and dangerous. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is extremely jealous. You are chosen and dangerous. Now, before I get into this video, y'all, somebody drop in the comments and say, I am chosen. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I am chosen. See, what makes you chosen and dangerous is the fact that people want to keep you from getting into this decreed position, but they can't. People want to stop you, but they can't. And people bank on your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities, but they can't. See, I was just watching, not a docu-series. It's like a regular television series, but it's on Amazon Prime, and it's called House of David, right? And see, the House of David is based upon David stepping into the throne, right? And actually dethroning King Saul, because King Saul did not follow instruction, right? King Saul thought that he can do it his way, and God would still keep him anointed, and God would still have his spirit upon him. But Samuel told him, hey man, you're not anointed anymore. Your mind is going to be cursed. You won't be able to rule how you once did. Basically, you are going to fade away, right? And King Saul did not want that. David, on the other hand, he's a pure soul. He's brave-hearted, right? He's ready to conquer the world, and he is ready to seek God. And see, whenever you seek God, God seeks for you. Okay? Now, y'all follow me. The reason why I bring up House of David is because King Saul was extremely jealous of David, although he was a young boy. See, family, there's someone who is jealous of you, and you didn't even have as much as them. They are jealous of you. You're much smaller. On paper, they are considered to be probably more smarter. They are considered to have more. And here you are, people look at you as being, I don't know, an embarrassment. People are ashamed to claim you, just like how David's dad was. Samuel said, bring all your sons. And then Samuel seen the sons, and he thought that it was the oldest one. And when he touched him, he said, but why are you so scared? See, sometimes, y'all, the one who talked the most, the one who seemed the biggest, the one who seems as if they're going to be the one, ain't the one. God got a sense of humor, y'all. Y'all got to understand this. Somebody drop in the comments and say, God is funny. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, God is funny. That's the same thing that Samuel said. And he said, he went to all the young men, and he touched all of them. And he said, y'all are not the ones. And then God started speaking to him again. And he said, why have you not obeyed my commands? And why are you ashamed of something that has such great future? And so he sinned for David. And when he sinned for David, David is this young shepherd boy. The father is ashamed of him. David seems hopeless and don't seem as if he is able to accomplish anything. You talking about this one who got this harp, who's singing, right? Who's playing this instrument. You talking about him? The one who looks weak? Samuel said, yeah, him. Samuel touched him, and he seen immediately that he was the anointed one. The reason why I give y'all that story, family, is because you are the anointed one. You are the chosen one. You are dangerous. And there's people around you who are telling you that you are not qualified. But I got news for you. God qualifies the unqualified. He sees not where you are, but where you will be. He sees not what you are, but what you will become. I need y'all to understand something. You are chosen and dangerous. And everybody else see it, but you. If you are starting to see it, somebody drop in the comments and say, I can see it now. Yes, sir. If y'all are feeling what I'm telling you right now, drop in the comments and say, I can see it now. Okay? Now, y'all, as y'all can see, we are outside connected with nature, family. Once again, another day here at the park, the legendary field, the green pasture, as I call it. The waterfall is going, birds are chirping. And we are actually here, y'all, in midday, right? I had to go to martial arts today. So excuse me if I'm looking like somebody, coach, all right? Football coach or martial arts coach, whatever you want to call it. But here we are, y'all. And it's actually comfortable, so I had to throw it on real quick, get real snug, y'all. But let's go ahead and get directly into it, family. But first, y'all be sure to leave that thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Back to it, family. God will take the smallest thing and make it big. He will take what you are so ashamed of and make it great. Y'all got to understand, that is what David was. And there's many of you who are watching this video. That's who you are. Okay? You was considered to be the mess up. You was considered to be the embarrassment. You was considered to be the black sheep. She had a baby before she was married. He kept getting locked up, in and out of jail and prison. He was a thief. He was a liar. She was this, she was that. But God still said, I can use him. I can use her. Okay? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get straight into this. Number one, y'all, it's going to be this right here, y'all. They actually wasted their anointing. Okay? Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they wasted their anointing. Okay? They wasted their anointing. See, everybody, y'all, that we go up against doesn't mean that they are not anointed. Some people are actually anointed, y'all. God was using Saul. Okay? God was using Saul. And see, for a good bit of time, Saul was a good leader. But you know what Saul went wrong at, y'all? King Saul? What he went wrong at was participating in earthly desires, right? Samuel said, why are you afraid of the people? You should be afraid of God. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. That's a gem. Be afraid of God, right? Make sure you drop that down below in the comments, family. Say, be afraid of God. That's a major gem. And this is a part of how King Saul wasted his anointing. See, King Saul was supposed to sacrifice when God wanted him to, but he did not do it when God wanted him to. He was doing it on his own time. And he was following the people. He was listening to the people. He got comfortable with the kingdom that he built to where the kingdom that he built was no longer anointed. And so then Samuel told him, your mind will be cursed. Samuel told him, God's spirit has departed from you. He wasted his anointing. And that's the same thing with them, y'all. See, there's somebody at your church who was probably anointed. It was somebody, you know, who you was around in that organization, that group, that was probably anointed. That random person that you met, that person on your job, that was probably anointed. But they wasted their anointing by being a worldly, evil, wicked, okay, uncompromising person. A person who did not follow instruction. When you don't follow God's instruction, that is the quickest way to find yourself no longer anointed, right? And this is when God told Samuel to let King Saul know, I got to find somebody that's better than you, a better ruler than you. And people know that that person is you. People know that whenever you come around, they can feel it. They can feel the spirit. They can see the light. They understand that it's no joke. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I am no joke. People feel you whenever they see you. People can't not see you. They just try to act like they don't. So they funneling with papers, starting meaningless conversations, running over to this group of people. As soon as you walk in the room, they walk out. And then they go right back to doing what they was doing whenever you gone, which was nothing. They wasted their anointing, y'all. And this is why they are extremely jealous of you. But it also makes you chosen and dangerous. Okay? Moving on to the next one, y'all. Number 2, you are lion spirited. You are lion spirited, right? One thing about King David, well, David before he became King David, okay, was he was very brave, right? And while he was, being a shepherd and looking after the sheep, bears and a lion actually was trying to terrorize, their prized possessions, which were their sheep, okay? If y'all don't know, sheep is very, very, important back in those times. Cattle, you need it, y'all. A cattle was almost like, that was that steak back then. It was just as valuable as a Lamborghini. It was worth silver and gold. You can barter with it. You can eat it, sacrifice it. You needed them sheep. And so one day, y'all, David, being a shepherd boy, he slayed a bear as well as a lion, okay? And I'm not saying that it was on the same exact day, but in a series of events, y'all, he slayed a lion as well as a bear. But see, why is it he's the youngest of them all, of his siblings? Why is it that he is the smallest of his siblings? The tiniest. David was little, y'all, but he got the most heart. That's why I can respect the man or even woman who's the shortest in the building, but they look you dead in the eye, give you a firm handshake, and they got heart. Because it's not about how tall you stand. It's about how big your heart is. And that's another reason why God anointed David. Because he was lion-hearted. He was lion-hearted. Okay? He was willing to take on nations. He was willing to go to war. He was willing to fight. God said, I got my one. But he also had a good heart. He was compassionate. God is not looking for dictators. He's looking for leaders. And that's what he's seen in David. So sticking to the point, y'all, you have a lion spirit, right? And when you think of the lion, y'all, outside of David slaying the lion, when you think of a lion, you think of bravery anyway. The lion is not the fastest in the jungle. He's not the biggest in the jungle. He's not even the smartest in the jungle. But you know what those other animals do when they see that lion? They run. They get out the way. And they already know that this lion sees me as prey. No matter how big I am. It is the mentality. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? So David was lion-hearted. And that's the same thing with yourself. Right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm a lion. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm a lion. Because you got the heart of a lion, y'all. Number 3. It's going to be this right here, family. Your gift heals. This right here is major, y'all. Your gift heals. So if you are a comedian, guess what? When you're making people laugh, making people congregate, have a good time, all by you telling jokes and utilizing your gift, the right punchlines, using your skill set. Family, that's healing. Laughing in itself is healthy. So if you are a comedian and you're utilizing your gift, guess what? You're healing. If you know how to play an instrument, I don't know if you've seen Jamie Foxx's special, right? It's a few months old now, but it was really good to me. But he said that it wasn't no medicine that healed me. It was God and my daughter's guitar. And that makes me think about David when he began to play for King Saul. This is before King Saul realized that David was the new anointed. This is before King Saul began to hate David's guts. It was the harp that David was playing and the vocals that he was singing that made King Saul feel at ease, at peace. You know why? Because that was God's gift. That was God in that room. That was God in that guitar or that harp. And in David's voice, in his spirit. And King Saul felt that. Which means he was receiving that healing. Right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, my gift heals. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say my gift heals. That is a major one, y'all. All right. Now, understand this right here, y'all. Number 4 is God's light surrounds you. Okay? God's light surrounds you. Going right back to the house of David, y'all. As y'all can see, this is all about David and King Saul because this speaks directly to that situation. And this situation happens daily. So y'all follow me. With David, he left his home because at this point, Samuel had anointed him. And so how God operates is once he anoints you for something, now he's going to remove you. And although you may not become king into 4, 5, even 10, 20 years, he has to prepare you for the position. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm being prepared. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm being prepared. So he had to prepare David for the position, right? And he was also giving David a heads up because guess who David is playing the harp and singing and performing for? King Saul. This is the man that you are about to overtake. The position that you are about to take. And David don't even know, but he's caught in the crossfire. But God is giving him a heads up of what you are about to be against and what not to do. Mistakes teach you better than success. Somebody drop in the comments and say mistakes teach you better. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say mistakes teach you better. Now, when David walked in that palace, when David walked in that kingdom, his spirit had a light in it. And see, it got so bad for King Saul, y'all, that he had to, not him, but his wife, started dealing with different mediums and people who can, spiritists, people who are priestess, and they talk to other spirits through mediums. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They was dealing with that witchcraft because God had departed his spirit away. So he wasn't healing. So they took matters in their own hand. His wife did. And soon as David got there, she was reading his spirit. And she knew it was something different about him. She knew it. It was that light. Whenever he started singing and playing that instrument, they were all they lit up, teary-eyed. Why? Because he had that light. And see, God's light is very bright, y'all. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You can just walk in and people will see that God is with you. Whenever you do a video, if God is with you, people will know it. Whenever you walk into a room, if God is with you, they'll know it. The way you eat your burger, they'll know it. See, you can tell those who are anointed online and who not. Because you can tell by how they're speaking and by the light that they carry. And if they have a genuine, sincere, and anointed light, you will be able to tell that this brother, this sister right here is anointed. And you can tell those who just doing it for a paycheck, right? It's a true anointing. God will be with you. And if he's not with you, it shows. Once he's not with you, he curses you. Just like he did King Saul. So that solidified how chosen and dangerous David was. Now let me also say this, y'all. When Samuel anointed David, David said, now can I come with you? Samuel said, no, it's not good for me or you. David said, why? Well, if I get caught with you, then they're going to try to kill you and your family and me as well. Well, can I go with you? Well, then he's going to kill my family and you as well. That's how jealous King Saul was, y'all. Okay? The last one, y'all, is going to be this right here, number 5, your decreed position. Okay? Your decreed position. See, maybe you have a decreed position to be manager, a decreed position to be the leader of the family, a decreed position to be the first millionaire in your family, a decreed position to be the first one to have fame and fortune, or just even on a smaller level, a decreed position to help those who are older than you, who are elders in your family, showing them a different way, a different route. Some people are going to be jealous of that. I am the oldest, I should be doing it. I know the most, I should be doing it. Well, why didn't God choose you to do it? Maybe you don't have the heart, the compassion, the want to, the will. Maybe you're not seeking God. This is why he didn't choose you. So this makes you very dangerous, y'all, because those who are connected to you can be harmed. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, right? See, God will make sure that you're safe. However, those who are connected to you run a close race. Just like with Samuel, y'all, he lost a person who followed him so much, right? Or followed him for a while, simply because King Saul did not like the fact that he was dethroned. When you're chosen, you also become dangerous because people are jealous of your spot. See, it does not matter how much they talk about you, how much they try to keep it away from you. It does not matter how much they try to make you feel like you're not qualified for the job, qualified for the position, qualified for the marriage, the relationship. It don't matter. You know why? Because God gonna give it to you anyway. And he's gonna give it to you in their faces. That hurt even worse, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. But the point remains, y'all. You have a decreed position. And this is why they are jealous. This is why. Think about the young boy who has Elon Musk as a dad. I'm just throwing names out there, y'all. But he has Elon Musk as a dad, Ice Cube as a dad. You don't think that some of these kids who are less fortunate gonna be jealous? I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. You don't think that some of these kids are gonna be like, you don't gotta work as hard as me? It's given to you. You got a decreed position, which means you don't gotta go to college. Your dad is a multi-millionaire, billionaire. And even if he ain't gonna give you no money, he can put you in position to get some. He can put you in position to get a house. You don't have the same battle and fight as me. It's gonna cause jealousy because of a decreed position. All right? A decreed position. But with that being said, y'all, someone is extremely jealous. You're chosen and dangerous. Somebody drop in the comments and say I'm dangerous. Okay? But y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all, number one, y'all recap. All right? I ain't gonna rush the video. But a recap, y'all, is number one, they wasted their anointing. Number two, you have a lion spirit. Number three, your gift heals. Number four, God's light shines through you, okay, and surrounds you. And number five, y'all, you have a decreed position, all right? But y'all already know how we do. As we conclude this video, y'all be sure to check out any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, get a, Yes Sir hoodie, okay? Check out any one of my books. Of course, once again, y'all, it's a limited time offer. Y'all be sure to book a one-on-one session with me, as well as enroll into my social influence course. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.